This is from the Bleacher Report. Why every NFL team could finish last in 2023. Browns, 7 or 8 wins could still result in a 4th place finish in the North. That could easily be Cleveland's ceiling, considering it's topped that total just once in the last 15 years. Plus, Deshaun Watson is a wild card who hasn't participated in full season since 2020. Well, I get it. Saying that they haven't had more than 7 or 8 wins once in 50. Well, they also haven't had a good roster and a good quarterback in the last 15 years.
Yeah, kind of, using that kind of designation of what they did in the past to predict what's going on in the future doesn't, really transfer when you're talking about players who weren't here, 4 or 5 years ago. And I agree with this overall premise that 7 or 8 wins could finish 4th place in this division. That just speaks to how talented the AFC North is. But I just disagree that could easily be Cleveland's ceiling. I think 8 wins is the floor. I think the ceiling's 12 or 13 wins. Now, everything would have to break right, and it's the NFL, and things don't always go the way you want them to. But I think 8 wins, 8 wins would be massive injuries happening. I think that's the base. I think that's the floor for this team.
Yeah, that was what I was thinking. The only way 8 wins happens is if you have a couple of major injuries, because there's some depth to this roster. They have to stay healthy. The defense, I think, is going to be a handful. I had said, if we start hearing coming out of those joint practices, and we did. You started hearing the Eagles talking about, this, and the Eagles beat reporters. Those are not guys that they throw around, compliments like hubcaps, or they actually, and they thought, the Browns defense looked good.
Yeah, against a very competent Eagles offensive line, who you could argue is the best in the league. They were still getting that pass rush, getting crazy pressure on Hurts. I think that's that's what we needed to hear coming out of those joint practices. People get caught up in they won this day or they lost this day. Man, they went and competed with the best in the league. That's what's going to happen. You're going to get got, and as long as you're able to get yours, that's a great sign.